Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another edition of the podcast so bad that Lexi Bell would not give us an interview even if we asked her to. That is right, it is episode 7 of Glory Holes and Beer, and on this episode, we might have a special guest. Let's give Steve a call and find out.
We're Glory Holes, and we drink beer, and we drink beer. We're Glory Holes, and we drink beer, and we drink beer. Hello.
Mr. Steve, how's it going?
Oh, I was just going to the bathroom and you decided to call me.
Well, that's fair play, because that's where I was when you were trying to call me, motherfucker.
That's one and the same, I guess.
And that makes us even, I would say.
Oh, yeah, I definitely would. Both golden shower folks.
Well, I hope that's not what you're doing right now.
No, I'm not giving Ripken a golden shower.
Jesus, I would hope not.
We never know. One and the same again.
Are they, though? Are they? Because usually when I'm going to the washroom, there's no one there getting a golden shower.
There may be. You never know, folks.
No, I can guarantee when I go, and I think when most normal people go, there isn't anybody else there receiving a golden shower.
Well, then you're living life wrong.
It's true.
Hi, Cal.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Whoa, you're breaking kayfabe.
I don't know who that Cal guy is, but he sounds pretty cool.
I've known a couple of cool Cals in my lifetime. It's been a long time since I've met one, but I have met a couple of cool ones over the course of my life. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest with us here on this episode of Glory Holes and Beer. It's Ripken, the other half of the WrassleNerds. How's it going, Ripken?
The better half.
Don't stop. Come on now. I'm not that much better.
No, you are.
Listen. We know my thoughts on this. My thoughts on this started an entire war last year.
Shut your mouth.
No, let him explain his thoughts, please. I'm dying to hear them.
We all know that I think that Ripken is the workhorse of the WrassleNerds.
No, stop. Come on, please.
Well,
no, I mean, continue,
you want to
but
break
you can stop
kayfabe,
if you want.
Let's just talk about the dead weight and the other half of it. Whoops.
And the other half of what? You just went the other half of whoops, and it doesn't make sense.
No, the other half of dead weight. Team dead weight.
Yeah, that would be you.
You are Team Dead Weight.
It's just me by myself. That's right, folks.
My dead weight is such dead weight that it's been cut.
Oh,
shit.
Breast can wash. Shade.
That's how it goes.
But that's okay, because we're happy to be joining you on this episode of
Glory Holes and Beers.
The GH&B. I'm happy to be here, actually. I've never got to partake.
No, this is your first time. We're popping your brown cherry.
Oh my God! No, well, be gentle.
Never.
You gotta be careful around those brown eyes.
You really do.
You don't want to make a fissure or anything.
No, exactly.
Do you guys swear on this show?
Oh, fuck yeah, we do.
Guys,
have you not listened to this show?
Oh shit yeah! So we're just gonna swear and stuff shit yeah.
Shit yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker, let loose.
Oh well, he was mentioning I'm a parent.
Yeah, this is a good story. Look at that, I've opened it up already.
And I don't know if I should be sharing this because.
No, you should. This is what the show is all about, from what I've heard.
But pretty much, me and my wife Jenny Bean, who could be showing up shortly, which would be amazing.
Oh, man.
But we let Zim off the chain for a minute.
Less than a minute, and he took advantage.
Because he came to us and said, I want to be a rock star when you grow up. And I'm like,
don't crush your child's dreams.
I'm like, rock stars can swear on stage. So
bad thing to say as a parent, first of all.
Talking to Goobz here. So we let him go off the chain for a little bit. All we heard right away was, fuck yeah, fuck off, shit yeah, middle fingers in the air. And then,
He's 6.
And then fuck for 20 seconds afterwards.
Shit yeah was the big one. Shit yeah is definitely. I think
every parent should let their kid off the chain every once in a while, just because he's been a good kid, never said anything in school, he's well behaved everywhere he goes. But you know what? If you let them off the chain every once in a while, just make them that much better as a kid.
It's true. He is a good kid, and I've never personally heard him swear willingly, but
no, he keeps it to home time. Yeah. He knows when's the appropriate time to cuss a swear, and
you tell him he can be a rock star, he's going to take full advantage of that.
Oh yeah, no, he uses like I've never seen his face light up that much in like my lifetime.
Shit, yeah.
And as you guys said, he is an adorable kid. You guys have had him on the WrassleNerds. Anyone listening to this? Anyone listening to this needs to check.
It out. It's clean.
It is clean.
It is clean. You do what's it called? Predictions with a 5-year-old?
Whoa,
Hold on now. It's as of recently.
He's a 6-year-old now.
Starting at WrestleMania, it will now be predictions with a 6-year-old.
Okay, but I'm still technically correct because predictions with a 6-year-old has yet to air, so all the older episodes are predictions with a 5-year-old.
Yes,
Correct.
they are.
Correct, sir. Yes. No, you're absolutely right.
Now, speaking of the WrassleNerds, we try to keep wrestling off of this show, but let's plug you guys a little bit because, you know, we didn't really have anything planned for tonight. You guys just wrapped up an interview tonight with the B+ players. Tell us how that went.
Oh,
we did.
An amazing band out of Halifax.
We did.
I don't love old school. What was that?
I was just going to say, I don't know when this episode of Glory Holes and Beers will be up, but I'm really hoping that the interview with the B+ players will be up by tomorrow.
Oh, this will definitely be up after that interview goes up.
So
it'll already be up.
Band out of Halifax, they sing. If you love wrestling and punk rock and/or country and other styles, go check out the B+ players. Definitely, they will make you laugh.
They literally cover every style of
everything,
like every genre of music possible. They cover. It's excellent. It's great stuff.
And where will people be able to find that interview?
Bandcamp. Sorry. You can find the band at Bandcamp under B+ players. That's BPLUS, no plus sign, spell plus, B+ players on Bandcamp. But you can find the interview with the B+ players on YouTube.
See, this is why I call Ripken the workhorse. He knows how to plug.
I know how to plug other things.
Thank you.
I have a kid.
You know how to plug other things.
I'm children, damn it.
Which is why you co-host Glory Holes and Beer.
That's
right. I know how to plug those too. Well, not so much. There's a lot of air leakage when I go into those.
Now, the other thing that I want to talk about briefly about wrestling, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on this, and this is not at all because he asked me to talk about this on Twitter the other day, but how about that Anton Alexiev and his charming European looks?
They're extremely charming.
I would go so far.
I'm happy to be part of the 6th Click with Anton Alexiev for one, and
we are 2-6.
Yep, I think he's probably one of the most talented up and comers that Superkicked has in their arsenal.
I would go so far as to say that his looks are majestic. He's sort of like a unicorn. He dresses in white.
He's not so much a unicorn. He's more like a My Little Pony. He's more like Sparkle Shine or whatever the fuck the name is.
I have no idea. I'm not familiar with My Little Pony in any way.
No, I don't want to mention unicorn because there's a video of me out there that got leaked on the internet.
Leaked? You mean that you spread to try and go viral?
100% true.
That's neither here or there, Ocho.
So, normally on Glory Holes and Beer, we just tell crazy fucking stories. And because we have a special guest that hasn't told any crazy stories yet, Ripken, tell us some crazy stories involving you, my friend.
Should we tell the Australia story, Ripken?
I got a couple of crazy stories I can tell you, like ones I'm not really proud to say.
No, I think you should go for the straight Australian story, Ripken.
Wait, don't worry. Once you're on Glory Holes and Beer, pride goes out the window, my friend.
Oh, hey. Well, honestly, my pride went out the window this exact same night, buddy.
It's explainable.
I want to state right off the bat, I'm going to tell this story. I'm not proud of this story.
I am.
Literally, I want to state off the bat, I'm not proud of anything that came of this night. I'm really not. As happy as I will sound to say the story.
This is a good one, folks.
I'm not proud of anything. Dude, I cannot emphasize that enough because you will hear the story and think, holy fuck, this guy is a fucking asshole.
So far, I like the build-up for this.
Yeah, no, trust me.
No, the build-up is worth the finish.
Okay, I'm not proud of this. Again, I have to, fuck. Dude, I can't, no, seriously, I'm not.
Talk about WrassleNerds?
No, I can't, and I'm not, and I can't emphasize, no, dude, I can't emphasize it enough. I'm not proud of this story, but this is how it went down. So, about 3 years...
I can't believe you're telling this.
Yeah, well, you brought it up. Like, how are you going to say the Australia story and then what? I'm going to make something up?
Yeah, you could.
I don't think I could possibly make anything up that is as good as this. Okay, so about 3 or 4 years back, I went to Australia. I traveled there. I got a work visa. I went there for 9 months, traveling the east coast of Australia. It was the best experience of my life, minus this one encounter. But for 4 months out of those 9, 4 months, that's a long time. That's half the time, basically, I was in Australia. I spent in one small town called Port Macquarie. Port Macquarie, Australia. Shout out to Port Macquarie, Australia. I love Port Macquarie.
We apologize to Port Macquarie.
Yeah, Port Macquarie. No, I really do.
If you're in Port Macquarie right now, take a shot.
Yeah, the reason I loved Port Macquarie so much was because it was just a small town in Australia. It was strictly meant for the beaches. There was like 9 beaches.
The beaches or the bitches?
There you go, that too. But there was like 9 beaches in this small town, so it was just a really small town. So I loved it. You could just walk to these beaches anytime you wanted.
Small town, big woman.
Yeah. Not very many people is basically the problem with this small town and the story I'm getting to. So I was there for 4 months. I was working in a hostel. I loved my job. That's why I didn't leave. I was actually making money in Australia while visiting Australia. Like, how great is that?
That's pretty fucking great.
One regrettable night.
Very regrettable, folks. I have a side story that coincides with this one as well.
I went out. Because I was working in this hostel, I was separated from the 2 people who I was traveling Australia with. Not separated, like, by far. They were literally like a 5-minute walk away from me. But the point is, we were at different hostels.
You weren't together at this point.
Exactly. So one night, they called me up and they said, yo, like, we're going out. You got to come with us. Like, forget the managing the hostel thing for a night. Come out with us, get drunk, have a great time in Australia. And honestly, I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm in a small hostel. There's barely anyone here. I can afford to go out for a night. So I joined them. We get together, we do a little pre-drinking, we get smashed, and we're like, okay, so let's go out to the bar. We decide to go out to
I still can't believe you're going to tell this.
You made me! So we decide to go out to one of the Port Macquarie famous local bars, and so we're about... Okay, so here's where the story gets really bad. We've been pre-drinking, we're all already really drunk. At this point, there's 5 of us. So there's me... my friend Chad, who I went there with, and his sister Jen, who I also... So these are
great
the 3...
Great people.
Yeah, so shout out to Chad and Jen. They're good friends of mine. They are who I traveled to Australia with, the 2 people who I was separated from. And then there was an English gentleman named Chris. Shout out to Chris Nunn. You're still one of my good friends. I love you, buddy. I hope you're good.
I hope you don't mind with this story.
Yeah, no, this is a lot. I feel like I have to tell the whole build, right? So Chris Nunn was from England. He was a great guy. He's from England, so you know
he's not a part of WWE whatsoever.
If you've talked to or heard the Master Debaters in any shape or form, who are part of the Prediction Podcast pool, Chris Nunn is right up that alley. Just a British guy, full of banter, full of jokes. He's a hilarious guy.
Not afraid to show his penis.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's not at all. Something about British people and showing their penis, they love to do that. And then there was this other British girl as well. Her name was Ruth. Okay, so there's 5 of us. Picture this. That was the build. I'm sorry it took so long. This is the story.
No, every great story needs a good build.
Yeah. So
this is going to have a great kickoff.
The 5 of us are walking down the street in this small town, Port Macquarie, Australia. We're walking to the bar. As we're walking to the bar, there is this girl as well as her 2 guy friends, random girl, random 2 guys. And as they're walking down the street, the girl is noticeably miserable. She is swearing. She is unhappy. She's walking down. Oh, fuck this shit. Fuck that shit. Blah, blah, blah. So good old British Chris Nunn, being full of banter that he is, as she walks by all upset, he says in a very sarcastic tone, oh, she must be having a great night, eh? And the girl just fucking loses it. I'm talking loses it. Full on attacks Chris. And I mean attacks. Throwing punches, fucking just pushing him around. And obviously he didn't want to fight back.
Yeah.
Because it's a girl.
Yeah.
You're a gentleman. So he literally just took the punches. And it got to the point...
Unlike someone we know.
It got to the point where she downed him. This girl downed him, took him to the ground, like he dropped. So after that, the English girl, the other girl we were with, jumps in, and she starts fighting this girl. Yeah, no, it got crazy. So they're going at it, and they're fucking right in the middle of the street. There's like 1,000 people watching, and they're right in the middle of the street. They're tugging at each other's hair, like typical WWE
rip the
diva style. Yeah, they're ripping at each other's hair, and finally, the English girl, I don't want to say she was beaten, but she left. She just kind of like dropped it. She was like, fuck this fight, and just walked.
Was it Paige?
I don't know. No,
we might see that in the video in a couple of years.
Stop interrupting the Australian story, Goobz.
Her name was Ruth, and she is the best. She is top notch. Again, shout out to Ruth as well, if you're listening to this for somehow. But like, she wasn't beaten, but she just decided, she's like, fuck this, and she walked away from the fight. Well, the random girl still very much wanted to fight, and was going after every...
Well, she's a rapper. She could be a rapper... Oh, fuck.
Ravenous dingo?
No, dingo? Fuck, what the fuck do you call them people who live in Australia? Ravenous... I can't even think about it.
I have no idea what you're trying to say. Natives? Like, fuck. Indigenous people? Yes, there were a lot of natives who played didgeridoo on the side of the street for fucking money. That's not a joke. That's real life.
Glory holes and beers right now.
Okay, so Ruth, the other English girl. Stop trying to say ravenous indigenous.
I'm not trying to say that at all.
So Ruth left the fight. She wasn't beaten. She just decided she was done with it. So this other Australian random girl just now keep in mind she's with these two random guys. They haven't done shit at this point. These two guys, they're just standing there watching her beat the shit out of all my friends.
Okay.
So after Ruth left the fight, this girl is now going crazy. Chris is on the ground. He's already accepted defeat. Like, literally, I've never seen an Englishman so upset. He knows he's just got his ass kicked by a girl, and he's upset about it. So she's now going around. She's fucking with every girl that I'm hanging with. So there's Jen, my buddy Chad's sister. She goes and she starts...
Not Jen as in Jenny Bean.
No, different Jen. She starts, like, tugging on her hair and shit. Then she goes over to the next girl and start pushing her and shit. Okay. So, get this. Here's the part Ripken is not very proud of. At this point, because we had already pre-drank, I was already half in the bag.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do at this point, after watching these people fight for 10 minutes and, like, me literally just standing there, like, I want nothing to do... Literally, I wanted nothing to do with it. I wanted nothing to do with the fight. I just wanted it to be over. Well, obviously that fucking instinct took over in my head because I wanted the fight to be over so badly that...
Wait for it, folks.
When this random girl was finally done fucking with all my... No, she wasn't even done. When she continued just to fuck with all the other girls there, something came over me, Ocho. Something dark. A dark, sinister power took over me. And I shit you not, bro, and I can't emphasize enough that I'm not proud of this.
I got the message the day after.
I closed my eyes, I clenched my fist, and I fucking Superman punched that girl straight in the fucking face. Straight in the... Bro, I shit you not, there was...
I got a text message after, it's like, hey man, I don't know if I knew it was right, but...
I left the city 3 days later.
He did.
Because it was such a small town that I was like, I feel like I'm going to run into this girl or her two guy friends at any point.
And you saw a girl with a black eye walking around.
I saw a girl with a black eye wearing sunglasses like 2 days later, and I was like, for all I know, that's the bitch I punched in the face. And that's when I knew I had to get out of the town. But no, bro, I shit you not. The second, it was like she went to one girl and then went to the next, and I timed it perfectly.
And she got up before you did, didn't she?
It was fucked. Like, I timed it. The second she was done grabbing the hair of one of my friends, I went in. and I punched her. I punched her so hard in the face, bro.
We shouldn't be laughing about.
No, it's funny shit. I don't even care. Looking back at it, she fucking deserved it. And fucking,
she definitely did.
Yeah, that's exactly it. If you want to be starting fights, be prepared. Be prepared to not see the lights.
Self-defense for the sake of my friends, But basically, I punched her so hard in the face that I fell over. I shit you not. I lost my balance and went down with her. And then I was actually shocked to see she got up before me. She got right up. And at that point, I remember sitting on my knees in the middle of the road in Australia and thinking to myself, I am about to get the fucking shit beat out of me by two guys. And I remember just laying on my knees, sitting there thinking, just waiting for it to happen. I was waiting for these two guys to come in and be like, what the fuck? It never happened. They picked up the girl and they walked away. It's almost as like even they knew she deserved to be punched in the face.
They expected it to happen.
I literally...
It's another night on town for Susie.
I sat there and I literally waited. Bro, I waited to get my ass kicked because I felt like I deserved it. But it never happened.
Thank God. But,
I know what name I was thinking. Aboriginal. That's what I was trying to say before.
Indigenous Aboriginal. Same thing.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah. So that's the story I'm not proud of. I punched a girl. I punched her square in the face. And straight up, it was a Superman punch. I got leverage. I got fucking distance. I took a good fucking 6 steps before I jumped up and fucking punched that girl square in the face.
Was it a Roman Reigns Superman punch or a George St. Pierre?
I didn't actually jump. No, it was
more like a John Pierre.
Yeah, I didn't actually
George St. Pierre?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say, Goobz?
Yeah, there was no jump involved.
We recorded a lot tonight. Fuck off.
It was just straight, power. Now, the funniest part of the story is, so as I said, the two guys came, they picked the girl up, they fucking walked her away. That was the end of the fight. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I ended it. Like, I felt like my intention was to end it, but knowing wholeheartedly if I punched a girl, that would be far from the end of it.
When you were about to, just before you threw the Superman punch, did you hear a voice in your head say, "Finish her"?
Honestly, yes. Honestly, that was it. Because I had just spent like 5 minutes watching this girl beat up all my friends, and then finally, like I said, I wanted nothing to do with it. I just wanted to get to the bar. I wanted to continue drinking.
Hey, she could be on her rag. She could be extra angry.
No excuse.
Time of the month.
No excuse.
Ripken, a.k.a. Mr. Mortal Kombat Australia.
Mad punching people.
No, he's right, though. Literally got to the point where something in my head was just like, bro, this isn't going to end on its own. You have to end it. And I fucking ended it.
Mortal Kombat!
But yeah, so literally the funniest and honestly to me the most nerve-wracking part of the entire story is that the two guys come, they pick her up after I've knocked her the fuck down, and they walk away with her. The fight is over, it's done, we can finally go to the bar, but I shit you not, 2 seconds, and I shit you not when I say 2 seconds, 2 seconds after I got up off the ground from that punch, cops drove by. Cops turned down the street and made the turn onto that street and then just kept driving. And all I could think to myself was, could you imagine? I don't care what this girl did beforehand to deserve the punch, but could you imagine if I had punched a fucking bitch and knocked her out right in front of the cops in a different country?
I guess the Canadians aren't that nice, eh?
I felt terrible about it, and in my head I was apologizing, just not to the girl.
That's one of many Ripken punching people in the face of stories.
That is just one of many. There's at least one more, and I'm happy to say the next one was not a girl.
No, it was a dude.
I didn't know Ripken had this in him. I didn't know Ripken just randomly punched people in the face.
No, he has a mean streak.
It's road rage, and I get it from my father.
Daddy,
I learned to drive from watching my dad, and basically what I picked up was don't focus so much on driving as focus so much on yelling at the guy in front of you.
Daddy issues here on Glory Holes and Beer, folks.
Drinker, like I am.
Daddy
Real
issues.
talk, folks.
Daddy issues here tonight on Glory Holes and Beer. Of course, daddy issues are what lead to Glory Holes and Beer.
I love my dad, so.
Me not so much. I'll fight him in the ring right now.
Shout out to Mr. Ripken.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Woo!
Woo! Mr. Ripken. Fuck Mr. Gibsky.
Well, I ain't got any stories to top that tonight.
Thank God. Woo.
Steve...
If you did, I'd be concerned, to be honest with you.
Goobz, do you have any stories that can top that?
Top punching a girl in the face?
Absolutely not. No one does. No one does, man.
I know another story about our guest host tonight.
Uh-oh.
About him punching someone else in the face.
Is this a punching episode?
Yep.
How many punching people in the face stories do you want him to tell in one episode?
This is probably it, to be honest with you. Okay,
I feel like we should save some of these.
Like,
okay, we can save the Walmart parking lot punching fest.
Yeah. Let's tease the listeners. If you're a fan of Walmart like I am, and you go to Walmart often, and
Rob,
I was just gonna say, just like B Rob, shout out to him.
Rob, no, this is basically catering, especially to random Rob. I do have a great story of one time going to Walmart and getting into a bit of an altercation in the parking lot.
And we had this a friend that we both met later on in life.
To verify the altercation. He said he saw the whole thing, even though at the time we did not even know each other.
But you became friends afterwards.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's going to be a story for the next time we get Ripken on Glory Holes and Beer.
I'm excited to come back already.
Me and Jen are supposed to, Jenny B in quotation marks, are supposed to talk about how we first met and everything. We'll say that when we're both together, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, because Jenny's not here. You can't tell a story when Jenny Bean's not here.
Now,
I can tell a story about how much I fucking hate you talking about Sue Johansson.
You tell that story every episode now.
No, I'm going to keep on telling it. Because that wrinkly old-ass pussy belongs to me. You know what I mean?
Be careful, man. Sue might be sitting next to him right now.
Sue is not sitting next to him. Because he's nothing compared to the man that is Goobz.
Listen, I am a master pie crust eater, so I've got that going in my favor.
What, you gonna eat her rusty asshole?
No, not her rusty asshole. I
think if anyone would like you eating their rusty asshole, it'd be Sue Johansson.
I prefer to call that the Shawnee Sheriff's badge.
Oh, shit.
You've had a few tonight, haven't you, Goobz?
Or the balloon knot. Either way, I'll eat that shit right off of Sue.
At her age, I don't think she's got any shit left in her.
No, she definitely does. If there's 1 inch gap, that's still good by me.
I almost wish I was married or had a girlfriend at this point so I could have a list or at least 1 or 2 people to...
Yeah, mine's Sue
You can still make a list.
Joan Hart.
I didn't even know Melissa Joan Hart was on that list.
No, she's on my list.
Sabrina.
We talked about this on the last episode, Ripken. Yeah. You missed it. I said I was gonna get to Sue Johansson and Melissa Joan Hart at the same time.
Fuck, that would be epic.
I'm gonna get Salem to film it.
That would be like fucking a girl and her grandmother.
Okay, I don't know. I hate to break down the fourth wall of television for you, Goobz, but you realize Salem the cat can't actually record, right? Like, it's a bullshit. Cat. It can't talk either.
He's a magic cat.
I'm
pretty sure he can record.
You don't want to pass over a black cat because you get cursed, right? So this one can talk.
No, fuck you. He's just an ordinary cat. A human being did his voice, and visual effects did the magic.
No.
I don't quite understand what you're saying.
Salem is a real cat.
You're saying that they found a cat that talked and they put him in the show. We know that.
No. What I'm saying is they found just a regular cat.
No. I'm cutting you off, Ocho. Fuck you.
How dreamy was Harvey?
Harvey's pretty handsome. But anyways, you're
not as handsome as Anton Alexiev.
Can't talk, so like Simba, the Dalmatians, all fucking 101 or 2 of them.
Real movies.
You're on a Disney kick tonight, aren't you?
Can't talk to Aladdin. All animals can talk in movies.
Abu might be a bad example.
Fuck Abu.
Abu never said a goddamn word.
Turns into an elephant.
But those animals that you just listed, you realize they're cartoons, right? Like, they're not real?
Cartoon animals are real animals. You take enough drugs.
Cartoons?
I think I may need to explain this more in depth to you boys.
I always wondered when they made The Lion King how they directed the lion, the warthog, and the
wardrobe.
Yeah, I just what?
The lion, the witch, and the wardrobe.
Don't even get me started on that movie. That's a whole fucking.
I got suspended because
the lion
of that
is
shit.
Jesus.
Wait. Why did you get suspended?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Probably because the lion is Jesus.
No, because I went to school and they're like, hey, we're going to watch this movie today. I'm like, oh, the lion, the bitch, and the wardrobe? And I got suspended.
That's all it took for you to get
nothing
suspended?
to do with that movie.
What was that, Ripken?
I said it turned out they were watching The Wizard of Oz. It really had nothing to do with that movie. He just wanted to say bitch.
It was the Guns N' Roses that were in my appetite for destruction.
Do you know what movie I did get to watch in elementary school, which I thought was like pretty weird for you to like let kids watch? Was a great movie, by the way, which I'll still watch today. Was The Outsiders. You know The Outsiders?
Nobody puts Golden Pony Boy in
Yeah, Pony Boy.
I read the book, but we read the book in school, but I don't recall ever seeing the movie.
Yeah, no, grade 7. Like, a movie about gang violence, and they're showing us this movie. And
speaking of 7, I saw 7 when I was like 11.
That's a great movie, too. But
my parents took us to the theater.
Watch, if you haven't seen it, seriously, watch The Outsiders, because if you want to see, like, every major Hollywood star of the 90s get their start, it was in The Outsiders. I shit you not. Tom Cruise, in a role where he barely did anything. Emilio Estevez, where he had, like, maybe 5 lines.
I would say that's Tom Cruise's whole career, in my opinion. Barely does it.
Whoa.
He didn't, no. Give him credit, because in The Outsiders...
He was great on Oprah.
He didn't have to run in slow motion once on The Outsiders.
Or jump on a couch.
Yeah, or jump on a plane or a building.
But yeah, there was a lot of great talent in there.
Huge. Huge. Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid, was in that. Good God, that was a great movie.
Wax on, whack off.
And I don't read many books, but I can honestly say I read...
Books? What the fuck are books?
Yeah, exactly, right? No,
fuck books.
That's exactly
books
my
are for
thinking.
prisoners.
Yeah. I read The Outsiders.
Books are for prisoners.
I read The Outsiders beginning to end just because of how interesting it was. That and Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies
Chrysalis.
I fucking hate it, Lord of the Flies. I hate it, Lord of the Flies.
No, what? I love survival like on a desert island.
Did I tell my Lord of the Flies story on the show yet?
No.
Well, I was in between like cliques at this time in high school.
They all called you Piggy and said you had asthma?
No, everyone called me Piggy. But someone just like cut off a pig's head in like science class or whatever the fuck happened.
Yep.
And they tied a noose and hang it up from the tree in the front of the school.
Nice.
And they drugged me out there, and they had a pig's neck hanging from a noose with a pig's face and everything. Like, cuss it, you're Piggy. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about right now, I'm not illiterate. And just kind of like wiggle my way out of the environment that happened.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not a good thing at all to be Piggy in Lord of the Flies.
Everyone wanted you to Piggy. They wanted to kiss that pig's head.
If you have ever watched the 1990s movie Lord of the Flies, Piggy's demise is pretty graphic.
Oh, I would have died then if I kissed the pig.
You would have taken a huge boulder straight to the head.
Oh, yeah, I know about that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
great
at least
book.
I wouldn't have punched a woman.
Great book. Hey, she...
Animal love.
Fucking... push my buttons.
No, people would push my buttons if I kissed a dead pig. I probably would punch much more than the woman. I would have punched a child.
Bring it.
Some kid would have been like walking across, Piggy. Superman punched a kid.
You're a piggy!
I would have wrapped the pig's face around my fist and then delivered it.
Kissing pigs and punching women in the face. We shit you not. This has been episode 7 of Glory Holes and Beer.
Just a random question, being a first-time guest on the show. My answer to the question is honestly no, but have you guys ever actually gone into a washroom and seen a glory hole?
Not that I can recall, no.
No.
At work, every once in a while, there's a little
I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, but you're the one that's drilling that hole.
It's a men's change room, so you definitely don't want to fucking stick it in.
but
that's you drilling the hole as a way to try to promote the podcast, right?
I'm trying to get us potential listeners, Maybe if I finish them off, they'll follow us, subscribe, and comment.
But one of my favorite movies is Dumb and Dumber, of course. Good and movie. I love the part in the movie. He doesn't actually find the glory hole story per se, but the part where Jim Carrey goes into the public washroom at the gas station and says, "Meet me here at like 9:30 for a good time." And he checks his watch, and it's like just after 9:30.
Yeah.
And then Cam Neely busts in the stall and fucking. I was just curious if anyone's actually. Anyone, let me know. Let Ripken know personally. Have you ever actually seen a glory hole in like a public washroom? I'm interested in knowing. Like,
that is going to be our question of the week. Leave your answer in the comment section down below. Have you ever seen a glory hole in a washroom or any other public place? Maybe you were in a shady motel and you saw one. You know, maybe you were in an alleyway somewhere and you saw a door there with a glory hole in it. Have you seen a glory hole anywhere? Leave your answer in the comment section below. What was that?
I said besides Ocho's place.
No, those are all covered up. The government said I had to stop.
Goddamn government, man. Goddamn government ruining everybody's fun.
The government closed up my glory holes, folks.
It's all fun and games until the government steps in.
I'm wondering if it's just like strictly like an American thing. Maybe they just go into all the gas stations in America.
I don't hear too much.
Although even still, I've been to American gas stations in the washroom.
I've shared my stories on these before. That's how I first found out about condoms.
That was episode 3, I believe.
You know, my dad punching himself in the dick. Stepdad.
So
shout out to Johnny.
You can go back and
my mom is definitely like, she says she's going to listen to all the shows, so I'm going to hear about this sooner or later.
Shout outs to Mrs. Goobz.
Mrs. Rumbaloo.
I guess Jenny Bean is Mrs. Goobz, so we'll say Goobz' mom for this.
Hi, Goobz' mom.
Shout out to Jenny Bean as well for me taking her place today.
Yes.
No, not really, though. I'm not doing dirty things with you, Ripken.
I don't know. You sound like you've had a few. I don't know if we can trust your decisions tonight.
If he's not doing dirty things with me, I'm out of
here. But you boys.
Oh, I definitely. You are correct. Definitely had a few. Had another interview earlier tonight, and this is going down the shitter pretty fast.
I don't know what you're talking about. Check out that interview on YouTube and potentially SoundCloud. I don't know. I'm going to try and. It's going to be an audio interview, which is unfortunate. We had some video difficulties.
Oh, fuck. Recording
I know,
Skype?
and I feel more bad for them than I do for us because they had such a fucking awesome
elaborate setup.
They had such a fucking awesome setup that I would have loved to show off to people. But
tons of VHSs,
and like every pay-per-view you could imagine, it seemed like they had on VHS fucking set up. B+ players again. Yeah, check out the interview. Check out the B+ players on Bandcamp as well as Twitter. That's B+. Spell out the plus because you can't put the plus sign in there because internet doesn't allow that shit.
Fuck the internet.
I was just going to say, fuck the internet.
For not letting us promote half our episodes because they're too racy.
Yeah, fucking YouTube. Not letting me promote episodes because
I'm
of
sure
adult content.
You hit one bitch in the face, and then all of a sudden, you're flagged everywhere. I don't get it.
No, this one will probably be promoted.
Oh, YouTube will be like, yo, we're all over this.
We're all about woman being...
But, after you're done checking out the B+ players, shut up, Goobz.
No, just me in particular.
Yeah.
Goobz, shut up. After you're done checking out the B+ players,
you social handsome fucking motherfucker.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to give you guys a shout out, so shut the fuck up.
Never. I'll never shut the fuck up.
Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up. Will you put your hand over his mouth or Superman punch him or something?
You got it. Ow. It's a lot more effective on the girl.
Jesus Christ. Once you're done checking out the B+ players, be sure you're checking out the WrassleNerds on Twitter at WrassleNerds. WrassleNerds. Shut the fuck up, Goobz.
Never. I'll never shut up.
Check them out on YouTube. Just search for WrassleNerds in the search bar. Do you want to give out your personal Twitter accounts?
I am Ripken at RipkenWN.
Who's about to go for a pee?
And you can follow Goobz at GoobzWN.
GoobzWN.
That's GOOBZWN. And as for us, It doesn't fucking matter. Twitter will put it in.
It fucking matters.
No, it doesn't.
It fucking matters, man.
As for us, you can find us on Twitter at GandBpod. That's GandBpod. You can find us on Podbean, GandBpodcast.podbean.com. We're now on Facebook too. Facebook.com.
No fucking way. Fuck Facebook, man.
Facebook.com/GNB podcast. The WrassleNerds are on Facebook as well. Facebook.com/WrassleNerds. So you can check them out there as well. Even though Goobz hates Facebook, so you know that Ripken's taking care of their Facebook page. But be sure you...
Yeah, who's taking care of her Instagram? The one and only Jenny Bean.
So shout out to Jenny Bean. You can also find our videos for the GNB podcast on YouTube. Just search for GNB podcast. I'm not giving out my personal Twitter handle because fuck that shit. But you can
have fucking several of them.
That's right. I've got way too many. You can follow me at Ocho and Ortiz. That's where I seem to be doing most of my tweeting.
Follow me at I Am Grimace.
Are you seriously? You have a Twitter? I Am Grimace?
No, that's yours.
Why would mine be I Am Grimace?
You only fucking Grimace.
If I don't like Grimace, why would I be I Am Grimace?
Because you look like Grimace.
I don't recall Grimace wearing glasses.
Well, maybe he has an eye prescription in his old days.
I'm also not purple.
We could bring up the fact right now.
I'll dye you purple. Well, we're gonna have a fucking motherfucking dye the other person purple match.
I was gonna say I could bring up the fact right now that in about a month time, maybe even less than that, there will be the Ocho. I don't know if I should be spoiling it for everybody, but anyone who listens to us as the WrassleNerds know we do WNW, and that Ocho himself will be debuting next month in WNW
10.
Yeah, I don't know if I should be saying that, but I did. So
also, seeing as how we're gonna plug stuff here.
I'll plug you.
No, I'll be plugging Sue Johansson, so you can't get to me.
You motherfucker.
But Ocho and Ortiz are working on getting an interview with the two new voices of Superkick. That's right, the play-by-play team.
Nice.
So we don't want to say anything official yet because we haven't recorded, but we are in talks with them, so hopefully we can get that done in the next week or two.
Oh, man, can I burst your bubble right now?
No.
Yeah.
I already know those guys before you did, and they guaranteed me some shit.
It doesn't matter. If I can get them first, it doesn't matter.
Well, it's a race.
Right now, I think you're too drunk to race, my friend.
A drunk to race? We'll fucking beat you with any drunk to race.
Jesus Christ. I think that's where we're gonna end it, folks. Ripken, do you have any final words? I'm gonna let you take us out.
Everyone's gonna miss Jenny being on this one.
Shut the fuck up, Goobz.
I'm sorry in advance, I'm not.
She was not punched in the of the recording of this program.
Yeah. I'm excited to tell my Walmart story, though. I'm excited to come back and continue this "Where did Ripken punch people in the face" little segment that you guys got going on here.
Maybe by the time you're on next time, you'll have punched somebody else in another location.
I hope so. I will.
Hopefully
I'll try not to let you guys down.
We're counting on you, Ripken.
See each other at Smash Wrestling coming out shortly, and I hope you get punched by not me, but Ripken.
All right. Have a great night, folks. We'll see you on the next edition of Glory Holes and Beer.